Hello guys, Jack the Alchemist, back with another video. Today I want to ask the question, is there more out there than just us? I'm not talking about aliens, going back to a very old concept here, when dealing with the unseen world. How many of you believe in ghosts, demons, possibly even angels? Are they real? I can tell you in my life's experience, there is something out there. I've encountered all kinds of things. I've seen ghosts. I've encountered things that I would call demons. I've even encountered things that at one point might have been thought to be angels. And honestly, I know I call my channel The Alchemist 72. I am a little bit into mysticism and stuff like that, but I didn't wind up in there because of family connections or anything like that. I wound up dealing with a lot of the unseen things and fringe knowledge because I kept running into strange things. I myself am a pretty strange anomaly. I don't know if anyone has noticed from the previous videos, but I actually have a vision issue due to something that happened to my optic nerves not developing fully. So I'm basically permanently nearsighted, but there's more to it than just that. This eye here, my left eye, actually cannot daylight adjust. It's always permanently night adjusted. So if I walk into bright light, that eye slams shut. I didn't learn this until I was almost in my mid-30s, when a lot of the smart technology became more popular. But because my left eye does something different than my right eye, I tend to notice things that most people don't see. And I guess it's led to me seeing more of these things than most would. Today I want to tell you about my first experience with a ghost. The first time I ever saw one. It scared the hell out of me. I was 9 years old when it happened. What had happened is I was in East Texas for a funeral. My dad's mother had passed, my grandmother on her side. Honestly, I had never been really particularly close to this person. I called her Granny Pauline. Honestly, I stayed with her a few times, but we really didn't interact that much. Well, the night of her funeral, after it all was said and done, we were back at my stepmother's son's house, and we were getting ready to go to bed. Well, I got to sleep on a couch in the front living room area, which was front of the house. To kind of set the scene, there's a couch facing an entertainment center, which is on the front wall by the front door, and just about 4 feet in front of the front door, there's an easy chair aimed kind of towards the same direction. There's a lamp behind that easy chair and a little side table. We had just shut all the lights down and I'd laid down to go to sleep, and I was having a hard time going to sleep because it takes a long time for me to fall asleep. It just takes a while. And I got to staring off into space and looking into the darkness, and then I realized there was something between me and the chair. And I kept looking at it, trying to figure out, what is that? And I finally just sat up and looked at it and realized it was a human form. Looked like an elderly woman. Couldn't make it out completely. You could see it, but you could also see the chair behind it. And when I realized what I was staring at, it scared me so bad. I wanted to scream, but I couldn't. No words would come out of my mouth. I just couldn't. So I did the only other thing that a kid could do. I pulled the blankets over my head, I grabbed the pillow and pulled it between me, and I held that pillow for dear life. I had a death grip on that pillow until I quivered myself to sleep. I was scared. The thing I was looking at never moved from where it was. The next day I was trying to rationalize it. Now maybe I'm thinking, well, maybe Grandma came to say goodbye. But now that I'm much older and I realize that I wasn't particularly close to that person. I was one of several grandchildren. There were lots of us. She had 5 kids. My dad and his 4 sisters. They all had children. And I got to thinking about it later in life and realized it's possible it could have been her. But it's more possible you might have seen something else that was just in that house. Or it might have come to you because of the mood you were in. The next night I didn't see it. It was just that night. And that actually led to me picking up every book I could find on ghosts and studying them. And that eventually got me interested in UFOs and aliens and other paranormal things. But as I delved into it more and more, I realized that more of our current line of thinking, like the academics, I'm going to be perfectly honest, a lot of them are just trying to make a buck and they're full of crap. If they find something that turns all of their life upside down because it turns out that everything they've believed in is a lie, they'll bury it to protect themselves rather than admit it and show some integrity. I've had several other encounters. I'm going to make a string of videos about these, but tell me what you think. Do you believe in ghosts? Demons? I'm actually also a writer. I have a Facebook page called Haunted Castles Books. And I have a blog called hauntedcastlesbooks.blogspot.com, where I've got a kind of ongoing blog series that's been on hold for a little while, and some of samples of my other stories. I turned my most terrifying ghost encounter into a short story where I recounted it because I actually took notes over that one. I'm going to be making a video dedicated strictly to that one at a later point. But tell me what you think. Leave me some comments below. If you like this video, click the like button. Please subscribe. And I have much more content to come.